Right on, Speaker.
Sergeant, as you remove that, you can put the single chairs there.
Earlier on, the Honorable Atkins raised the issue of human rights. I thought he would raise it again because we said this can actually wait. We know this grading and Honorable Sewungu is going to give us a version. But right on, Speaker, when the issue was raised, there was insinuation that this is a matter before court. We agree. But right on, Speaker, Dr. Besigye was brought to court at the intervention of this House. Not directing, but intervention. Right on, Speaker, ideally, I would have expected that executive comes and reports what is the status at the moment. Because we agreed here, there was even a meeting that I attended. The government chief whip was there, the deputy attorney general was there, and the minister for justice reported that Besigye would be brought to court. That was yesterday. Wouldn't it be procedurally right? Information, yes. Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Attorney General.
Information, yeah.
This thing is overcoming. Can you just give us information? No.
Right Honorable Speaker, Honorable Asuman's prayer is that we brief the House on the status of the matter that is in a court regarding the matter that the Honorable Minister of Education has presented. If given the right opportunity, Right Honorable Speaker, on Tuesday will be in position to respond.
Regarding Dr. Besigye?
Right Honorable, the question that Honorable Asuman brought was not, if I understood clearly, it was not in respect of Besigye.
Right,
maybe he can clarify.
Right on, Speaker. In this House here, we agreed that government actually undertook through the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs that Dr. Besigye would be brought before court, the civilian court. And indeed, he was brought to court. The procedural issue, Right on, Speaker, I raised is whether we are proceeding right before or without a status report pursuant to the agreement we had here from the Attorney General. And it was at that point, Right on, Speaker, that I had ceded space to Honorable Mwijuche to provide more information. Then I conclude on that issue before the Attorney General comes, Right on, Speaker.
So can you conclude on the issue?
I had ceded for information from Mwijuche, Right on, Speaker.
Which I'm not giving.
Oh, okay. Now that you are not giving it, Right on, Speaker, which is your discretion, which we respect, Learned Attorney General, since there were commitments and undertakings made on the floor, wouldn't it be better for you to come and update this House on the status report or progress of the commitments and undertakings that we took without necessarily delving into the merits of the case?
Right Honorable Speaker, in the past few weeks, our honorable colleagues across the aisle have been pressing and demanding that Dr. Besigye be produced in court.
Civilian
courts. On behalf of government, we have time and again committed to meet all the requirements as stated by the Supreme Court. Pursuant to your ruling the other day, the Honorable Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs did commit once again to fulfill the requirements of the Supreme Court decision. And indeed, yesterday, the Honorable Dr. Kizza Besigye was produced before Justice Dr. Singiza. And I believe the prayer that my colleagues across the aisle had always been pressing for was that Besigye be produced before a civilian court. That was done yesterday. And for now, that's what I can report. Because the processes are still ongoing, I need not delve into what may be considered to be sub judice. Thank you.
Order. Procedure. Procedure. Procedure.
You know, there is no lie. If you have information, it is additional information. But what the Attorney General has said is correct, that it was produced before the court yesterday. So what happened? What happened? Are we in management of court process?
What was done yesterday, Madam Speaker, was not what this Parliament had intended. Madam Speaker, listen to me. Madam Speaker, Parliament had wished that Dr. Besigye be produced in civil courts to be charged or tried in civil courts. Who produces Dr. Besigye in civil courts? It is the state. The state. Dr. Besigye appeared yesterday in court on another issue, and it was on an application made by his lawyers about a different thing. As we speak now, Madam Speaker, Dr. Besigye has not been charged or arraigned before any court, as we, Parliament, had intended. It is a lie.
Honorable Prime Minister, let government speak.
Right, Honorable Speaker and Honorable Members. Article 128 is very clear. Use your constitution or use your iPad. Article 128 is very clear. The independence of the courts. And so we cannot order court to do anything.
Honorable Sewungu. Honorable Sewungu. Shadow Minister. Shadow Minister of Education. Honorable members. Honorable members. If you feel court is not doing enough, court is very near. Let's walk to court and ask the judge, why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Yes.
Madam Speaker, with your permission, I want to thank you for what you did the other day. You did great when you allowed Madam Speaker, I want to thank you and the entire country.
Maybe you have information from, just a minute before you come in. There's information Attorney General wants to give you.
Perhaps to add to my earlier statement, it was a requirement of the court that a number of files be transferred. The files that were originally before the court martial be transferred to a civil court.
to DPP.
Yes, Right Honourable Speaker, I wish to report to the House that the transfer has been done. Now, I humbly request that you allow the technical people look through the files and advise on the next step of action.
Order.
Thank you.
Mojiche.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, my concern is that the purpose for which we met and asked the executive to bring closer the appearance of Dr. Besigye is being defeated. Because you remember you raised this issue very passionately and we had a purpose. Yesterday, when Dr. Besigye appeared, the judge said this man is too sick, he can't even sit here for 30 minutes. Let him go back to prison. Today, he could not even make it to court in another court at Uganda Road, and the magistrate had to step trial for 2 months because he cannot appear in court. Yesterday, he was able to be there for 20 minutes. Today, he could not appear. So for somebody to say, let the technocrats go and look at the files when somebody is dying in prison, I mean, how human can we be? How? So, because the purpose for bringing closer, why did we have to sit and say, no, 25th is too far. Let him appear tomorrow. And that's what we did.